Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you guys about how to overcome a victim mindset. So before we begin, what is a victim mindset? A victim mindset is basically having a mindset of an excuse for every reason why you can't do something. I can't get this job because of my skin color. I can't get this job because I'm not smart enough. I can't start this business because I don't know the right people. I can't because, right? Rather, right? What's the opposite of that? The opposite of that is I can do this because I will figure out a way to know more people, to network, to know the right knowledge, to know the right, to get to the right information, right? So having a victim mindset is a way of approaching life. And it seeps into everything, right? It seeps into your health. It seeps into your relationships. It seeps into your finances, your career, whatever. So to overcome a victim mindset, you have to be mindful. Every time that you want to do something, or that you want to start something or finish something or whatever, you have to catch your mind saying, I can't because of this, right? Like sometimes even at my job, right? There's times where I have a victim mindset, right? Like, hey, like I had someone call out today, so I wasn't able to get to this, or someone showed up late, so I was behind on this task, right? Whatever it is, there's always an excuse and a reason why, blaming and whatever, a reason why that you think you couldn't get the task done or start that whatever endeavor, whatever it is, right? So guys, you have to frame your mind. You have to train your mind. And guys, overcoming a victim mindset is training your mind through awareness and mindfulness, right? So every time you catch yourself saying, I can't do this because of X, you have to think of what you just thought and how it's not true, right? So before I continue on, I want to say that some people do have rough beginnings in life, right? Like some people really do start out not even at the starting line. They're starting behind everyone who's at the starting line for the race. But how you finish, it's not about how you start, it's how you finish, right? So whether you say you can't or you can, you're usually right. So no matter how bad your life is, right? Now, obviously, there's some people that just, a small percentage of people that have such poor beginnings that it's almost impossible for them to get out of that situation. And I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about people who are, primarily living in first world countries, who have running water, who have access to the internet, who have food, who have shelter, who have all the basic, living survival, things, right? Basically, necessities. You have no excuse, regardless of how bad your family is, or regardless of what you think that, you can't do because of X reason, or this person did this to me when I was younger, or this person said this about me, or my parents are like this, or my girlfriend did this, or my friend says this, or I can't pay this because I have to pay this, or I can't start this because I have to pay for this. Whatever the excuse is, there's a million. You cannot be a victim. And I'll tell you guys something. The older you get, once you get to be like 23, 24, 25 and beyond, people look at you like, hey, if you're not on your way, we don't feel bad for you, right? You can kind of get away with having like a victim mindset early on because people look at you like, hey, he's young, right? But guys, once you really start to get deep into your 20s, mid 20s and 30s and things, that age range, people are going to start looking at you like, hey, what is your excuse now? You're a grown adult, right? Male or female, whatever. You're a grown adult. You have running water. You have shelter. You have internet access. You're just making bad choices and you have a victim mindset, right? And guys, most people like to blame, right? The biggest thing is, so people have excuses, but the other side of the victim mindset is blaming, right? I don't have enough money because my parents were poor, or, my girlfriend doesn't let me work extra hours because she wants me to stay home and stay with her and watch TV, right? Whatever excuse or person you want to blame, is usually just a construction in your own mind. It's not real, right? So there's a difference between having a victim mindset and blaming versus choosing to allow those things to affect you. Like, some things may be true. You may be, those things that I just mentioned might be true. But at the end of the day, you want to know why you're not a victim to that? Because you have the choice to end that relationship, right? You don't have to stay with your parents forever. You don't have to be in that relationship forever. You're choosing to be with your parents still, or you're choosing to be with that girl or guy who wants to spend all that time with you and doesn't want you to work extra hours or whatever. So once you guys, and guys, I'm really starting to think like the victim mindset, getting out of the victim mindset is like maturity. It's like becoming more of an adult, because guys, think about it. Kids and, for the most part, like women are able to get away with blaming others and, oh, this person said this, I can't do this because of that, right? But as a man, especially as like guys who are watching this, guys, you cannot let your mind or blaming others or having excuses for why you can't achieve X result get in the way of you achieving X result. And guys, like I said, the older you get, the more you have to shed that mindset, because like I said, people aren't going to be as willing to help you if you actually need the help, right? Because they're like, damn, this guy's 30, 40, 50 years old, 60 years old, and he's asking me to borrow money, or he's asking me to help him out with this, when in reality, it's like, no one feels bad for you, right? And like I said, it's especially true because of the opportunity and the living standards that we have here in Western democracies, right? So like I said, people that start off in the Middle East or in impoverished like nations, it's understandable, right? It totally is, because it's like they don't even have the basics. They don't even have the bare necessities of survival handled. So it's like their focus is just survival. But for the most part, people watching this who, want to make more money or want to get in shape or want to just, reach your full potential, whether it's financial or whether it's from a health perspective or whatever it is, there is absolutely no excuse and no reason for you to blame others or any excuse of that nature, right? Now, you may have some valid reasons why you may not be able to, but like I said earlier in this video, everything you do once you're 18, once you're 19, 20, 21, you're an adult now. So guess what? You are choosing to stay in that situation that may be preventing you from moving forward in your life, right? Guys, 2 years ago, I'll tell you a little story so I can kind of illustrate this point, right? Well, not really a story, but a living situation. So guys, God love my parents. I love my parents. They're the best. They help me all the time. I still have a good relationship with them. But my living situation at the time, it was very noisy. It was very, my parents are very overprotective. So they like to ask me a lot of questions. They like to check up on me. And I don't blame them for that. But at the time, I was getting to an age where, hey, I just want to be on my own and have my own living space, have my own peace, have my own quiet time, my own freedom, right? And guys, at the time, it was honestly like there would be times where I'd be trying to record a YouTube video or I'd be trying to study a book, and my family has blown, like the TVs go like loud as crap in the living room and I can't focus, or my dad walks in on me when I'm trying to read a book and distracts me, or, whatever. Like, there was so many reasons why I was struggling to, be consistent with YouTube or be consistent with learning or whatever it was. So I realized that, and I was like, wait, instead of blaming this situation I'm in, I can change it. Now, I have to weigh the cost, right? I have to get out of my house. I'm going to have to pay for rent or pay for a mortgage. But hey, guess what? It was worth it, because guess what? Now I have all this free time. I don't have anyone bothering me. I don't have anyone walking in in my room or in my office when I'm trying to read something or study something. So I have no distractions, right? But if I was a victim, if I was someone who wanted to blame others or use that as an excuse to why I couldn't be consistent or do this or do that, I would have stayed in that situation. But because I wanted to move on and grow and figure things out, I decided to move out of that situation. And guess what? I did that because I knew that if I want change, no one else is going to change for me. No one else is going to make this decision for me. And guess what? No one gives a shit what I do but me, right? So understanding that, I made the decision to move out, and guess what? Now my life's better. So guys, whether you realize it or not, we all have a choice. We all can make a choice, whether it's for good or whether it's for bad. But the mindset of I can't do this because of this is the reason why so many people, like I said, are 70% of the population is overweight, 70% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. It's why there's so many average ass people in this country and in this world. Well, like mostly in this country. I'm talking about America. But I think you guys kind of get the point here. It's never going to be okay for you to blame others or use excuses to validate why you can't do something, right? And hey, if you want to live like that, that's fine. But just don't expect any extraordinary results to come your way. Expect to live average, expect to live paycheck to paycheck, expect to not have money when things get tough, expect to be fat, expect to be overweight, expect to be sad, depressed, anxious, right? Because a byproduct of a lot of those issues is a victim mentality. A huge degree of all of those issues I just talked about are due to a victim mentality, right? So get over your victim mentality. Start looking at reasons why you can versus why you can't, right? So you want to change your thinking in terms of why you can do something versus why you can't do something. If you want to do something, look at the reason why you're able to do it versus the reason you're not able to do it, right? So when you change your mind in that way, you start to throughout your day and day-to-day life, you start to look at everything as a reason why. You start to look at the reasons why you can achieve your goals versus the reasons why you can't achieve your goals, right? So guys, like I said, that's different for all of you. You guys have different lives, but take some time, if you need to take a notebook or something and write down all of your excuses. This is what you do, right? Write down like something you want to do, right? Whether it's make this amount of money or move out or start a YouTube channel or whatever. Make a list of the reasons, like all of your excuses on one side of the paper and all of the opportunities and the reasons why you can on one side. Write them all out and see, you'll notice, damn, all of these excuses are BS. I actually can accomplish all of these things and these goals based off of what I wrote on the reasons of the why I can do it versus the why I can't do it. So that'll be something that can help you do that list, for whatever goal it is. And then also just be mindful of your thinking throughout your day, right? Because your mind loves to blame. Like the mind never wants to take accountability. So your ego is is a big role in this, because like I said, we all want to feel like there's someone to blame. And even myself, like I'm not perfect. But like I said, part of maturing, part of becoming an adult, and part of also achieving extraordinary results is having that accountability and having that understanding that I'm responsible for all of the things that go well in my life and also all of the things that go wrong in my life or don't turn out how they should have, right? So yeah, guys, use those tools. I think that'll help you guys kind of mold your mindset into a better one and overcome a victim mentality. So yeah, that's it. That's all, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And as always, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.